definitely not a great day, but to go down to Homestead and race for that championship.
Great. We are now joined by driver of the number 88, Alex Bowman. Alex, can you talk about your race today?
Yeah, we definitely had the best car here all day, you know, especially on long runs. We were really strong. Hendrick Motorsports did a great job. Great guys made great calls from top of the box all day. Got to thank everybody from Nationwide, Exalta, Mountain Dew. We had a great car. We took 4 there and restarted on the bottom twice. Our car didn't really take off on restarts all day long very well, so had to make our way back up through there, and we got to second there at the end and had that caution come out and didn't get a terrible restart in the 18, turned me sideways, getting in the corner. And I don't know. It almost feels like I almost feel like the 20 thought he was clear because I was against I wasn't at the best angle, but I was also against the inside wall when we made contact. So I guess he said something on the radio that he thought he was clear. But I hate it for Matt. You know, you take somebody out like that. I mean, I would have raced the hell out of him for the win, but definitely don't want to do that. So. Hate that. It ruined our day too. So it's unfortunate, but really enjoyable day to run up front and lead 200 laps or however many we led. So I don't think I've really led cup laps before. So it was a lot of fun. Just not the way we wanted to end it.
With that, we'll open it up for questions. Start right up here.
Stan Creekmore with Outside the Box. Carl, the question is for you. Brand new car at Homestead or something that you've raced already this year?
It's a great question. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm sure it'll be fast. The guys have been really good at having great race cars, and Eric Phillips does a great job getting everything put together, and so yeah, hopefully it'll be a fast one, I'm sure.
We'll go in the back over here.
Ryan O'Hara, Race Chaser Online. This question is for Alex. Kyle Busch commented that while he was getting going, he got into you a little bit, and he feels like he wrecked a teammate, that being Matt Kenseth. What's your perspective on that?
Restarts with 3 to go at the cup level. I mean, that's what happens. We're all here to win races and doing everything we can to win races. I don't think Kyle wrecked Matt. I don't think I wrecked Matt. I think the situation, it all happened like that. So it's unfortunate, but I don't think you can really place the blame on one person. It sucks for Matt. I don't know Matt. He's probably really mad at me right now, I'd imagine. But hopefully we can move past it and race clean at Homestead.
Go right here to Kenny, right here.
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com for Carl. With you already being locked into the chase, were you racing I realize you guys are out there trying to win and doing everything you can, but were you any more relaxed out there today, knowing that was already out there and you didn't have to worry about it?
I was a little bit before the race, but then once the race got going, I was, things weren't going really well. I got just as frustrated as normal. So I thought it would be a more relaxed race, but it really wasn't. I think we raced so much that it's hard to strap in and go run and feel relaxed. So yeah, it wasn't much different than a regular day for me.
You can't turn it off.
No, the knob goes from like 10 to 12. There's there's nothing below it, I guess.
Additional questions, Lee?
What was going on with your car when you were running at the back of the pack? It just seemed like you were off and...
You mean earlier?
Yeah, like midway.
Yes, I got a couple bad starts. I struggled with a bunch of things. The whole weekend we were too tight, and man, it would rear its head at the wrong time, and you get shuffled out, and guys would go by. And it was pretty frustrating, actually.
And just, Alex, what did you learn? What was the biggest takeaway from this race for you? I mean, with all the time you spent up front at
Probably that race car just makes a hell of a difference. To come here, I think I've had 4 cup races here, and I don't even know if I've finished inside the top 30 in any of them, and then came here with Hendrick Motorsports and led almost 200 laps. So there's a lot of guys in the garage that can get the job done and run up front. They just don't get the opportunity to show it, and I'm just thankful that I was given the opportunity to show it today. Our race car was really good all day. Just best car on long runs by far. It was a lot of fun.
Additional questions for these two? Go to Tom.
Hey, Carl. Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com, back in the back. How do you handicap the final now?
I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a good race. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I don't think you could pick a winner. I think we're going to battle it out. It's going to be a blast.
Is there anybody that you consider a bigger threat than anybody else?
I'm not too worried about Kyle or Jimmie, really, much. No. No, these guys, I mean, this is going to be a tough group. Whoever wins it, I believe there's going to be a lot of pride in that. It's going to be a really good race.
Gentlemen, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, guys.
We're now joined here in the media center by Kyle Busch, driver of the number 18 M&M's Toyota, and Jimmie Johnson, driver of the number 48 Cobalt Chevrolet. Kyle, we'll start with you. How does it feel to be a part of the Championship 4?
Evidently, I smell.
Either he does or somebody that just left my seat does. What?
How does it feel to be a part of the Championship 4?
Well, right now it feels pretty shitty, but tomorrow it might feel a lot better. I'm not sure. It depends on what Matt's interpretation is and whether or not he can forgive. So, I just feel really bad about what happened there on that last restart. It just wasn't what I anticipated having happen, and it just feel bad. I mean, the 20 should have been the Gibbs car to go through, and I was just trying to make a position there on the 88. Felt like I was to his inside and had the position. Otherwise, if you turn down on a guy and chop him, you're going to get wrecked, and he did, and it translated into the 20 crashing. So that's not how at all I foresaw that going. I was hoping that I could get to the 88 underneath him and force him up and have him kind of block the 22 and check up the outside row, and then I could have a position between me and the 22 and get myself and the 20 in. But math just didn't quite work out that way today.
We'll go next to Jimmie. Jimmie, can you talk about what it means to be a part of the Championship 4?
Yeah, just excited for the opportunity to compete for a championship. I love racing against these guys. Each year it's amazing to watch everybody's talent increase, the garage get more competitive, and just how hard we all have to race one another. So I'm excited about going to Homestead and having a shot at a championship.
With that, we'll open it up for questions. Start at the back.
Ryan O'Hara, Race Chaser Online. This question's for Kyle. I know you're not feeling too good right now, but you are the second driver in history under this new format to go to back-to-back Final Fours. Your thoughts on that?
As Jimmie said, it's obviously a great opportunity to be able to go race for a championship, and that's what this format is. It's all reset to zero. There's 4 of us that go for winner take all at Homestead, and it means a lot to have that opportunity. It's what your whole season comes down to. It was a restart here today for us to keep our season alive, and we're able to go on. So I'm looking forward to Homestead. We won that race last year. We had a really fast car, and we didn't need to win the race to win the championship as it was coming down towards the end. But then there was a late caution that kind of bunched the field back up, and some different things happened that gave us the opportunity to win the race. So look forward to seeing what all transpires next week.
All right, thank you.
We'll go in the back to Bob.
Bob Pockers, ESPN. Jimmie, when do you go talk to NASCAR to try to figure out the pulling up to pit rule? Because I assume that's something you'll want clarified before next Sunday.
Yeah, I think the whole field does. What'd you say you did yesterday?
What?
What'd you say you did yesterday?
I forgot.
You forgot. Rumor has it that guys have been pulling up like that all weekend to go to pit lane. In 15 years, that has never been a concern. And I was always told that the last thing NASCAR wanted to do would be to penalize the leader. And as you pull off onto the apron, you accelerate to the commitment line. If you are held by the pace car, you're at a disadvantage as a leader and allows everybody to catch you and catch up. So even in drivers' meetings, they've said, we know you're going to pass the pace car, it's okay. Majority of the tracks we go to, you naturally just gradually pull ahead of the pace car going to pit lane. I mean, this happens all the time. So I'm still baffled, and I don't know if I will stop being baffled. But all I can say is if they called me on it and they continue to call everybody else on it every week, then shame on me. I will try. Yep.
You're going to share that with the rest of the Drivers' Council?
No, not at this point of the season, sorry.
Jimmie, Stan Creekmore with Outside the Box. You've had the longest time to get prepared for this chase. Has your team built a brand new car? Are you going to use something that you've already raced with this year?
In a couple of weeks, we didn't have a chance to build a new car, but we had some stuff in the pipeline and a couple of cars to choose from. Yes, we have had the luxury of a few weeks of time, but a lot of these decisions are made so far in advance in which car and getting them approved through NASCAR that the advantage doesn't come there. I think it's more in preparation, digging through notes, watching videos, just being prepared. I think that's where a small advantage may come from, and we'll see if we can take advantage of that.
Go ahead, back here to Pat.
Pat Ticola, NASCAR.com for Kyle. What will be the challenges for you competing against a teammate for the championship?
I don't know. What's that like?
It sucks. You're gonna have a miserable time
It
down
does.
there.
I know. I don't know. I mean, I think all of us have worked really, really well together, and that's what's made the strength of the Gibbs team for the last few years that we've gotten so much better, is all of us being able to work together and share what we share. So we do the same thing going into next week and just try to outrace them. If we run the same exact setup and car and everything else, then there's just going to have to be a way that I get the job done better than Carl, or vice versa if it comes down to the end where one of us has a better shot at it than the other does. Yeah, it's wide open, man.
Go back to Bob.
Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com for both Kyle and Jimmie. Does any of the four of you have an advantage or a disadvantage going into this race? Is there any such thing as a favorite?
I think my stats in Homestead show that I'm the favorite, right?
I think my results from last year show that I'm the favorite, right?
We'll go back to Bob.
Kyle, what were your emotions there over the final 10 laps? I mean, it looked like you'd done all you could do, and I don't even know if you knew that Harvick needed to pass Logano for you to advance, and then the caution comes out and kind of gives you a second life to be able to make it in.
Yeah, I was the biggest Kevin Harvick cheerleader there in the final 10, 12 laps, whatever it was. I don't think I've ever said that in my life, but I certainly was today. I was just hoping that he could get by him, but it was just so difficult to pass out here today. So, I guess I was probably going to tie with Logano and be knocked out on a tiebreaker. So, it was just going to be what it was. I mean, that's what we were all trying to do and fight for, and that's why I told you how the last restart needed to go for me, and I made the moves based on calculations and what I thought needed to happen. So, that's about it.
Additional questions for Jimmie or for Kyle? Gentlemen, thank you. Good luck at Homestead.
One more, Dustin.
One more,
Dustin.
that's it.
Finish up here with Dustin.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. For Jimmie, when you talked to NASCAR about the pulling up the pit, I think there was an issue at Charlotte where Kenseth really seemed to gain a lot of ground on you. Is that something that's kind of fresh in your mind, or was that just kind of looks deceptive because of what you were describing earlier of when you get down low and come down pit road?
Yeah, there's two pieces to it. I mean, the leader in his orientation to the pace car. And again, NASCAR's never wanted to put the leader at a disadvantage, so they allow you to, once you pull down, to accelerate to the line. If the guys behind you pull down and accelerate before the leader does, then they're supposed to call that. So they're two separate issues, and if I guess they called the 78 on the other issue. So if they're going to officiate this way, then I'll keep my mouth shut from here on out. But from my position as the leader, this is the first, and I've been told differently multiple times, and I've heard it in countless drivers' meetings being described differently than the way they officiated it today.
Gentlemen, thank you.
See you later.